This is Deadlock. James, Johnny, and Toby.
Toby! Chris P. Cocker.
All right, now it is time to get into WWE Friday Night SmackDown, September 21st, 2007.
Was there any part of that you enjoyed saying, thinking about?
All of it.
Oh, that's good.
SmackDown.
Me too.
SmackDown. Yeah, SmackDown.
Yeah, so
of course.
SmackDown, this is the Teddy Long and Crystal Marshall wedding season premiere of SmackDown here. I will say this much, boys. I don't think any of us have any attachment to this era, so we're pretty impartial coming into it, I think.
No, I actually came in positively. I'll tell you that much. I was like, oh, this sounds fun. I will try to enjoy this. And I'm not sure if I have the same sentiment.
So we kick off SmackDown here. We got JBL and Michael Cole here on SmackDown. This is taped as shit.
No way.
So we go to a cold open. Maria is here with the Yin Yang Twins.
Yeah, she's here with the Yin Yang Twins, welcoming us to the season premiere of Friday Night SmackDown.
This whole thing is crazy. Like, woo, it's a party back here. They're standing in front of a fucking set with the lights on them.
No drinks or anything. It was a party.
They're just standing there.
For 2 hours, Tony.
Dude, they didn't even do the whisper song. How do you fucking have the Yin Yang Twins? You don't get them to do a
They
whisper
don't do
song.
any songs, Tony.
Let them know, Tony,
Yeah,
for real.
totally. Yeah, well, the Yin Yang Twins are here. Maria says this is Ying and this is Yang, or Yang and
You
Yin.
can tell us their real names, please, Maria. Thank you.
Well, it's fucking D-Rock, of course, and Kane.
Kane? Hell yeah!
And yeah, and D-Rock says, "Oh, it's all the same." Dude.
Dude, yeah.
I had to pause the show because I was laughing so hard at him staring directly into the camera and going, Maria's trying to talk.
Dude, yeah, this was crazy.
Dude,
They
I can't
thought,
believe they had a song called "Ha." Also, that was like one of their
Dude,
hits.
it's we're about to bring it back.
Tony, when did you see my dick?
No, they actually had a song called "Han." H-A-N-H. Han.
Dude, that's fucking right. Yeah, we have
These were the most popular guys ever.
They're so over at this time,
yeah.
dude.
And most of the time they were just features, or you know what I mean? Like most of the time it wasn't even their track that they were most popular on. Yeah.
Hell yeah, goddamn.
But they did, yeah. The whisper song was super popular too. I remember.
Dude, that
like,
song was awesome.
we
When you
lived
see
through
my-
school with
Oh.
that song. Yeah.
Maria says, "Here we have the chairman of the board, Vince McMahon." Just every fucking they're not even doing nothing. I don't know why they're here. Did they have an album coming out or something?
Oh, here's one. In 2013, the Yin Yang Twins released "Ass in Session" and. Yin Yang Twins released Ass in
What was that, Sean?
Ass in Session and Twerk or Die mixtapes.
Holy shit!
Acid Session is
those
such
are
a
the
good
goats.
fucking
Those
wow.
are the goats.
2003, man, they had that. They were on the Lil Jon Get Low shit. Yeah, that was a huge.
That
Oh
was
shit,
fucking
Miss New Booty, remember that song?
Yeah, that was Bubba Sparks.
They
No,
were
that was
on it. They
Bubba-
were
that was
featured
Bubba
on it.
Sparks.
Yeah.
There was a porn star with that name too, not Bubba though.
Thank you for clarifying, just in case anybody fucking got the wrong
Yeah,
idea
you know, I
there.
didn't want them to think that. You know.
Thank you. When I'm Googling, I will have to look up Bubba Sparks.
I was beating my shit to Bubba Sparks. I don't know what you were doing.
November 3rd, 2009, Yin Yang Twins released the greatest hits album via The Orchard and Booty Records.
They did it. They did
Dude,
it.
yeah,
they
man.
just said we're gonna name this Booty Records, and they
Booty
did it.
Records.
And they were successful at it. That's awesome. That's the American dream right there.
It is, Tony. It is. Collie Park, Bo Sparks.
That is funny.
Yeah, he's spitting. He's spitting.
Dude, he's doing porn.
Collie Park, Bo Sparks. Yo, what's
Guys,
the
check this
other
out. Check this out. Booty, 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 rocking everywhere.
Oh shit! Oh my god! He's speaking to my soul. He's speaking to my soul. I'm gonna look up Sparks on Pornhub.
But yeah, so Vince shakes their hands and he's with Coach, and Maria says, "Oh, I want to congratulate you on your son." And where is he? And this is, I guess, this is just right after
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
the
the
sure.
fucking
Yeah.
Hornswoggle reveal. And then says, "My son. We don't know where my son is, but we know where he's not. He's not here tonight." And
I definitely thought
that's
they were
right.
talking about Shane at first. I'll be honest with you.
I thought so too, but yeah, because he was. But I was like, he's a little too upset about that.
Yeah, and he hates his son, Shane.
He loves Hornswoggle. Yeah. Coach says, yeah, that's right. And you know what, guys? Talking to the Yin Yang Twins, he says, I'm your biggest fan. And they go, Coach says, oh, you guys are, the kings of country, and we're on Nashville, and, I got all your stuff. And they're like, what? They said we're kings of country. What's fucking wrong with this guy? They're just talking to themselves right in front of Coach. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? I like Hornswoggle more than him. Just ridiculous. This really set the pace for this show for me.
Yeah, set the tone. Yeah, the bar cannot be raised from here, I'll tell you that.
It's a high bar, Tony.
Then, of course, we get the comic book opening here for SmackDown Legendary.
This is so goddamn funny. It is.
Dude, Kane and Finley pictures are the best pictures I've ever seen ever.
Dude, the Batista one where he's coming. Yeah, but Finley with big ass gap in his tooth. They thought
they were cooking with this. They're like, yeah, this is it. This is the shit.
I mean, the
I don't
kids
hate
must
the
have
song,
loved
though.
it. What is it? Oh, yeah, because all I got left in my... Yeah, break it out. No, I like this one. Yeah, I like
Yeah, it set the vibe pretty well for SmackDown. All right, so Michael Cole and JBL are the commentators for tonight, as I mentioned before. And we opened up the show with a Batista Town Hall.
Batista comes out here in a suit, icy as hell, just won the world title. He beat his good friend Rey Mysterio. Sorry, Macho. And he also beat the Great Khali. And fucking, good on Big Dave here for trying to get a good squat for his entrance pyro in the suit that he was in, because it looked difficult. But JBL says Batista made a colossal effort against a colossal of a man. Great Khali, of course. It was a night to remember. And Cole says, how could you forget? And JBL says, that's what I said. It was a night to remember.
All right. Thank you.
Batista gets on the mic, and the first thing he says is, yeah. I was like, oh, holy shit.
Yeah, that's right.
That's Batista's thing? I guess so. Yeah. Batista says, you have no idea how good I feel. All dressed up. Got my new suit on. New shoes on. Bam. I'm in Hotlanta. And I'm once again the world champion. Yeah.
Stop talking.
What you mean? This guy's cooking on the mic. He's
You said
cooking.
3 words and I already hate you, Batista.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. That's his line. He says,
Bam,
all the time.
Hotlanta. Yeah, fuck you, Batista.
Don't you like that? Well, Mark Henry comes out, 𝗨𝗶𝗄 style. Great fucking song, by the way. 3-6 Mafia also killing it at this time.
Hell yeah. This song's
right.
awesome.
Another fucking...
And he's the silverback.
Yeah, which they go out of their way to say he calls himself
Yeah,
that.
he said that is self-proclaimed.
Self-proclaimed
that he is
silverback.
the silverback.
Yeah, okay, JBL, you can stop fucking saying that so many
Yeah,
times,
that is an
brother.
insane gimmick, I'll be honest with you.
But yeah, Mark Henry says, Batista, I could care less. He says, I could care less a lot here, which
It seems like he cares, actually, if he says I could. He says it a lot.
Must care a little here. I could care less about this celebration or that Punjabi prison match. He said emphasis on Poon for some reason. Yeah, Punjabi. But what I do care about is next week, because The Undertaker returns to SmackDown in a match against me. I said, how many fucking shows do we gotta watch where Undertaker's returning? How many returns does this guy have?
Anytime he loses, he's returning.
He goes away.
Yeah.
I gotta reset.
Yeah, to get that return pop.
So what I'm gonna do is end the Undertaker's illustrious career on this random episode of SmackDown next week.
Taped.
But so I might need a little warm up next week, and I don't want a shot at the title. I just want to wrestle you.
You're an asshole.
You are
so-
a dipshit. What the fuck?
You're the heel too. You're the heel, and you don't want to challenge for the title. Fuck that. Put the title on, pussy boy. That's what he should have said. I need a warm up for next week. I bet you won't put the title on, pussy
Yeah.
boy. Look at
Why
you.
don't you kill Undertaker about it?
You got championship, huh? Championship?
Dude, he would have fucking said yes too.
Yeah, he would have, because he's Batista, and that's what the face does. He's going to say yes.
Well, Batista, he's mad, obviously, and he takes off his glasses and he says, Mark Henry, you are as stupid as you are ugly. Goddamn,
am I?
okay. Fucking you got the
accept.
nerve to call me out? I'll tell you what. You've had a Batista beatdown coming for a long ass time, and tonight you're gonna get it. You got it. We're on. And then Batista's theme hits, and they stare each other down. Batista beatdown, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
You
are-
got one of those going for you.
As stupid
Yeah.
as you are ugly. Okay. So we have the Teddy Long and Crystal Marshall, a marriage later on in the evening. Do not forget.
You're invited, James.
Oh, that's nice.
So it comes back in. Maria's dancing with the Yin Yang twins, and welcome us back.
It's a
to the
party.
season. It's fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah,
woohoo,
this backstage area with no shipping.
We got
They're just
microphones.
chilling, yeah.
Yay!
And then Jeff Hardy jumps on screen hurricane style, and Maria is startled by this, and she's, oh, we have Intercontinental Champion with us, Jeff Hardy!
Oh, that's Jeff Hardy.
Jeff is fucking getting down. He's like, what's going on? I'm ready for a wedding. What's going on?
Dude, this guy is crazy in the head.
He's fucked.
Yeah.
I think he gives Kane the Intercontinental title, and he's struggling to hold it up. And
The rapper Kane, not
oh, yeah, sorry. Fuck.
not the wrestler.
Bounce that ass, bitch.
Wait till you see my dick.
I want to beat my dad up.
Turn it up.
So I'll tell you this much: that title, I always think it's a smaller title because it's always on bigger dudes usually. When Kane's holding it here, it looks massive.
It does look big. It
I was
looks
like,
smaller
wow,
on the
this is-
big red machine, but on this Kane, it looks huge.
Yeah, it looks huge.
Yeah, it does. I like that belt a lot.
Me too. I'm a big oval guy when it comes to the
Who
IC
isn't?
title. I like
Ooh,
it.
somebody told us that, and it made me fucking hate him. Oh, it was fucking Chris.
What? He didn't like the oval?
I don't think he likes the oval belt. Yeah.
Well, Chris only likes New Gen Doink, so like, Doink and Shawn Michaels. Anything after that,
Duke the
not.
dumpster Druzy.
Yeah, you don't like shit but ass. So we go to Jimmy Wang Yang versus Jamie Noble, cruiserweight action. Jimmy Wang Yang comes out and JBL says that he is an offspring of Michael Hayes and
Genriki Tenryu.
I swear I rewound that because I thought I was having a fucking aneurysm. I didn't know. I think I hear that right. Yeah, Michael Hayes and Genriki Tenryu.
I'm gonna guess
What?
that he got mixed up between Ricky Choshu and Tenryu, but
I don't think he knows what the fuck he's talking about this whole show.
Genriki Tenryu. Oh, and Michael Hayes. That's what you went to for Jimmy Wang Yang.
Why are you insulting this man?
Yeah, he actually hates Jimmy Wang Yang a lot.
Well, so Jimmy Wang Yang's music hits, and the start of his song is like a loud horn, and I was like, there could be like 4 different dudes coming out here.
A-Train.
And it's fuck. It could have been A-Train. It could have been JBL for some reason again. But it's Jimmy fucking Wang Yang, and he's a goddamn cowboy. Cole says all the stars are out tonight.
Dude, that is crazy.
That's a great line. That's awesome,
He
man.
says that later too. This guy's going crazy with that one.
All the stars are here. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, Jimmy Wang Yang is a interesting dude because like he's so talented, but this gimmick is fucking pretty based.
He is,
awesome.
dude. He's Jimmy Wang Yang, and he's your boy.
Yeah, like I'm totally down with this gimmick. It is definitely a guilty pleasure of mine. I enjoy it quite
I think
a bit.
all of his gimmicks were guilty pleasures for me. Like I also thought the Flying Elvises were awesome.
With the little dad, like, oh, you're going crazy with
Flying to Graceland. Hell yeah, you are. Cole says Jamie Noble comes out and he's got just red trunks on, looking crazy.
just normal.
Yeah, just normal, but like it felt he's somber, but I guess it was a whole gimmick because Cole says Noble seems dejected. He's been obsessed and paranoid about Mr. McMahon's illegitimate son Hornswoggle, the cruiserweight champion who beat Jamie Noble on 3 separate occasions. Dude,
Kill this company. Kill it.
dude, that's Jamie. That's Jamie. By God, that's Jamie. By God, Gibson. Come on, man.
Death to sports entertainment. Death to WWE.
Yeah, fuck.
Jimmy hits we start the match off here. Jimmy hits a nice slide into a Rana here.
That was awesome.
Kick to the back of the head. He's got a lot of kicks and
Little 2-step.
yeah, he's a good worker too, man.
Yes.
So Noble, and so is Noble, by the way.
Hell yeah.
Noble cuts him off in the corner by reversing his punches, and then he grabs the top of the rope, and Jamie Noble goes to the second and knees him on the arm, which starts his heat. And I
Dude,
thought
that's like a
that was cool.
Genriki Tenryu move.
Oh my God, it's like Michael Hayes.
Why didn't he get his name right? What the fuck?
One of them works for WB, the other one didn't, I guess.
Oh, weird.
So they're talking on commentary, and yeah, that's where they mentioned that Hornswoggle is in the head of Jamie Noble, and I'm just like sitting here like, what are they talking about? Like, what are they talking about?
He's more concerned about Hornswoggle than he is Jimmy Wang Yang, who's beating his ass.
Beating the shit out of him. Yeah, Jimmy Wang Yang hits an atomic drop kick combo, ends with an enziguri for a 2.
Dude, the spin kick to the back of his fucking head, that was awesome.
It looked awesome. Yeah, he really followed through with it too. Jamie Noble gets back on the arm, and then Jamie Noble looks out to the crowd, and there is a green hat peeking over the front row, and Noble sees it and walks out to fuck with this hat.
Yeah, it's Hornswoggle's hat, and it's just underneath the barricade. Noble walks over to it, doesn't grab the hat, reaches over entirely and tries to scoop the man up underneath the barricade. But it's not Hornswoggle. It's even worse. It's Shannon Moore.
Even worse.
And Shannon Moore gets up and just starts pointing and laughing at Jamie Noble. Fucking Noble's distracted by this. Jimmy Wang Yang jumps off the top rope, crossbodies Noble on the floor, then throws him back inside, hits a double jump moonsault on a standing Noble, and gets the win. And Jamie Noble is so angry about this, so much so that he just stands there staring at Shannon Moore,
mouth agape,
just pointing at him for what feels like forever through a replay, and he's still just looking at him in his little red trunks.
They said, open your mouth and point at him. And he said, I will do exactly that.
Got it. Nailed it.
Multiple shots. You're right. Through the replay, different angles, mouth agape, pointing. Hornswoggle hat.
You are going to super hell, you son of a bitch.
None of these guys are the champion.
No, they're not. There's no division.
This is fucked up.
There's no division.
All right, so we go backstage. It's super confusing. I'll be honest with you. I'm super confused watching this show right now.
Dude, me too.
Yeah.
It's all over the place.
The only part that made sense for some reason is when they were backstage going, at least
They established that at the top of the show. They're like,
that
okay,
was
this
grounded in something.
Yeah.
All right, so we go backstage. MVP has a football.
Go on.
MVP has a football. And Matt Hardy walks up behind him and asks him, you going to throw that ball or not? I was like, what the fuck is going on this show?
Well, MVP, come on, James. MVP's trying to get in his zone, and Matt Hardy wouldn't know anything about that. As a matter of fact, MVP is now ready. So MVP drops steps, then throws a ball, and now we see that there is a tire hanging in the middle of the hallway backstage.
Yes.
Which MVP is trying to throw a football through. It hits the tire, bounces back, he catches it. MVP yells, deflected, and then throws it through the tire. And then starts talking about how he says, I'm world class, I hit the tire. And they start arguing about this tire and the ball. And Matt then starts questioning. He says, are you 2 for 3 or 3 for 3? And MVP says 3 for 3. At this point, I'm very, very confused.
No, he's 2 for 3. So he's supposed to throw the ball through the tire. He didn't throw it through the tire. He bounced off the tire.
No, he deflected. He
They did
caught
all
it.
in one take. They didn't fucking
The defender batted it, Tony, and he caught it and threw it in.
Yeah, but it's not 3 for 3 then. He's only 2 for 2.
You know what this shit reminds me of? This shit reminds me of that Family Guy joke where it's was he watching a 𝗀𝗶𝗵𝗵𝗁 movie or something? Stewie was in the theaters. He's like, oh, I'm a witch. Oh, I'm a Clippers fan. And he goes, and then he goes to his house and beats the shit out of him. That's how I feel like I'm watching on his house.
That's exactly what this is.
Yeah, this shit is fucked up, man.
So Matt says, listen, man. He says, you can't have an interception in this. MVP says, I'm a world-class defensive player. And Matt says, who taught you defense? Bill Belichick.
Yeah. Huge pop. Alliance Austin pop here.
Well, who taught you defense, man? Bill Belichick?
Because Bill Belichick cheated or whatever. I don't remember. Something happened. But
son of
I'm a Clippers fan.
So Matt Hardy, he says, you think you're better than me? I beat you in this. I beat you in basketball. I beat you in chess. I beat you in wrestling. MVP says, how'd you figure that? I'm the United States champion. How you beat me in wrestling? Matt says, oh, well, only because you won't run me my rematch. That's why you're U.S. champ. And MVP says, oh, come on, bro. We're tag champions. That's also a thing we find out here. With the
Oh, yeah.
tag
I didn't know that
champions.
until right then.
Yeah, we're tag champions, and we got to focus on that. In fact, we got a fucking match right now, so let's go out and do it.
I want to go eat some pizza.
I want
Donut.
to have a chess fucking contest.
How about y'all wrestle,
How about
assholes?
let's have an ultimate surrender?
Undertaker is here next week.
Dude, this was a crazy. At first I thought this was a Mordecai promo. I was
He
very
came out
excited.
from the snakes.
Yeah, he had the symbol. In the desert, he has risen and he walks again and he has a symbol.
So he's Jesus.
And he thought, oh, no, come on. Where do you get that from?
Whoa.
Where do you get that from?
He was here at the pay-per-view on Sunday, so...
But he hasn't been interviewed on SmackDown.
It's not even a return. He's just not on TV. He's not booked 1 week. It's not a return.
Me when I get off the weekend and go back to my 9 to 5 every week, I'm returning.
You get off on Friday, Monday morning, he is risen. James is going to work.
He walks again.
You walking in the office at work.
I'm a 2-day bender. I have risen.
So SmackDown is brought to you by AutoZone, PlayStation 3, and this big ass 𝗖liche. Dude, what the fuck happened here? What happened here? I was dying. Dude, I'm staring at the screen. I'm listening to Michael Cole talk about the new Baconator for Wendy's, and it's a fucking JPEG of a Baconator, no Wendy's logo anywhere in sight, white background Baconator, and they say, yeah, got the new Baconator, and it goes away. SmackDown, crowd behind it, big ass 𝗖liche. Oh shit, the Baconator, nice.
What the fuck?
Oh, nice.
I guess I'll get one of those.
That's awesome, yeah. So we go to MVP and Matt Hardy versus Deuce and Domino. Is this the Heartthrobs?
Dude, no, you fucking know who the Heartthrobs are. Douche and Domino. With Cherry.
Yeah, Cherry's here with the Sonic outfit, and
she got this roller fucking skates on, bro.
Yeah, bring me my
the Sonic
hot dog. That's what I think about when I see that.
Cherry freeze blast.
Yeah, I like the limeade sandwich. Bring me that big sandwich I just saw.
She came down with
not
big
the picture
sandwich.
of it.
She should have had a Baconator. That would have been crazy.
Dude, that would have been awesome. I wrote this down, and listen, I mean this nicely. It's crazy how so many of these gimmicks on this SmackDown, including Deuce and Domino, would be so over in today's NXT.
I wouldn't be surprised if they have this exact gimmick in NXT right now.
Right.
You're
Dude,
right. It would be good in
Deuce
today's
and Domino,
NXT.
they come out with the car, and they're from the other side of the tracks. I mean, come on.
Oh, it's
That's
cooking.
good as fuck. Yeah, come
Dude, the
on,
whole
now.
crowd would go doo-wop, and they'd be singing the theme. Chase U would be going crazy. The whole Chase U section would be
Yeah,
going
dude,
nuts.
Sunk on Sugar's probably in that.
And they would not be
shit.
making it to the main roster.
They don't have to. It's their third brand. Fuck you.
Oh,
Yeah, this is their
sometimes.
dream to be on NXT, okay? Leave them alone.
Oh, yeah, of course. MVP is the U.S. champ and one half of the tag team champ right now. They don't give a fuck about this show, huh? They say, yeah, you can be the double champ.
You can just have whatever the fuck you want. Dude, MVP's whole presentation is very cool.
The entrance he comes out with here with the whole set. It was like,
What is it?
was it supposed to be like a football thing? Like you come
That's
out.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was cool as shit, man. I'm
It was
coming.
awesome.
Nobody
Dude,
can stop me. Nobody can.
1, 2, you hear the clock ticking.
Are you
Shit, I hear
kidding
that-
me? Like,
I hear that
shit
clock
was
ticking.
hard. We start this matchup here. MVP, Matt Hardy go for a double elbow, but MVP runs forward and hits it first. And Matt's like, what the fuck, man? I thought we were doing the 2K thing. And he said,
Dude,
no.
what an asshole. Why can't they coexist?
Dude, no. Matt tells MVP to get in to do a double team move, and then Matt just suplexes Deuce.
Why are they not coexisting? How?
Hey,
Why can they
I don't know.
not
That's
just
weird.
coexist?
Yeah, why can't they coexist to be champions and then lose to a team, a reputable team, and they
They beat Deuce and Domino for these fucking belts, I think.
They did, yeah, you're right. So JBL says MVP, because MVP goes for a boot and he misses, and JBL says MVP was going for that Chono boot. Yo.
Dude, who's fucking feeding him this shit on the headset?
This
Michael
motherfucker
Hayes.
is this fucking like Genricky Tinry?
Dude,
Ain't that
you got
right?
fucking Jonar.
Anyone got that Shinya Hashman? So anyways, we got Domino. He's back in the mix, man. He's got that heat. He's gonna hit a leg drop for a 2. It's funny because they all have heat with me. For
For
this
the
shitty ass match.
Yeah! Get these motherfuckers! Get these motherfuckers!
Are you
man.
kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Tell them that shit, James.
Holy
Goddamn.
shit, man. Golly. So it comes back from commercial. Deuce and Domino hit a suplex crossbody for a 2.
The dude, which is moved only in a certain amount of SmackDown games.
Yeah, take that out. Take that out.
Please
Take
take
that
that
move
out.
out, everybody.
God damn.
All right, so Deuce goes for the Harlem sidekick. He probably calls
With
it something
theatrics.
else. I don't know what he calls
It's
it.
a
It's the roll of
goddamn.
the deuce or something.
It's a roll of Deuce, yeah.
He's a douche bag.
My ass is full of Deuce.
Burger.
Sonic burger sandwich cake.
Or the
Bacon
shitty
eater.
ass or whatever you said.
Yeah,
No, I like this.
The Deuce full of shit in my ass is good. Deuce goes for the Harlem sidekick. MVP hits a SVR knee instead. Then we get the worst hot tag sequence I've ever seen. If I saw this, I would have ran out like a Noki and just broke this up and said, you're vacating the tag titles, right?
And JBO says that's a lot like Anaki.
They do this hot tag sequence. It's so slow, no heat whatsoever.
What do you mean? The crowd's fucking going crazy.
Oh, yeah. They would rather die. Bill Belichick. Oh! So Matt Hardy hot tag. Matt hits his patented double axe handle off the second with theatrics. Fuck this guy.
Matt Hardy goes in second. It goes.
So Bulldog hits, or I'm sorry, I always call him Bulldog. Asshole is what I meant to say.
Come on, it's a domino. Fuck you. They're from the other side of the tracks, and they can't get over them.
Asshole.
They're only allowed over this side of the tracks for a very limited amount of time.
Shit. All right, so Matt Hardy hits a Bulldog clothesline for a 2. MVP wants back in, but Matt says fuck you and hits a side effect, which is me online in 2K.
I'm spamming moves and then blaming the guy for not tagging in.
Tag me in. Absolutely fucking not.
Fuck you, Macho.
I forgot the
You're not
button.
going to this match.
Matt starts doing his taunt, and MVP tries to tag himself in but misses. And Matt's like, oh my fucking God, we're not coexisting. And then Matt hits a neck breaker for a 2, and the MVP comes in and says, could you do some good moves or not?
You got any moves? Matt Hardy,
You got
you're the
anything at
movesman.
all? I did a Chono boot, you son of a bitch. MVP pushes Matt. Matt pushes him back, and then Domino rolls Matt up, and there goes for whatever. So we go backstage. Teddy Long is with his groomsmen getting ready for his wedding.
Oh, hell yeah. He's got his grandson there that Ron Simmons is holding, and he's adjusting his tie, and in walks the Reverend. And the motherfucking Reverend is Bruce.
That's what I'm talking about, Bruce.
Dude, Bruce is a fucking beast. He was on every comedy show. I feel like he was definitely doing stand-up shit. Butch Reed is here, too. Butch Reed's here, and he says, I'm very proud of you. You know, we go back a long way, you know, the World Championship days. Which ones? There's many world championships.
All of them.
Dude, this
This
is
ain't World Championship Wrestling.
I guess not. Butch Reed looks at him and he says, listen, man, one thing you gotta tell me. How'd you get a girl as fine as Crystal?
You fucking her?
Yeah, dude, Deadlock's like, oh, you know how I rode, dog. And Butch Reed's like, yeah, you know, you gotta tell me, you know, how's I find behind them clothes? How you fucking her? How's she
fucking her?
fuck?
Yeah, how's her sex?
Dude, how
So what
fine
do
is
you-
she
what do you think,
between
Teddy?
them sheets?
What do you think, Teddy? I give her $1,000. She shows me a pussy was alive.
Dude, it's my wedding. It's my grandson here. What the fuck?
Oh, I'm sorry.
So what's that shit smell like? What do you
Oh,
think?
fuck, dude.
Trevor says,
I
hey, come on, guys. Come on. What about $2,000?
Dude, he does. He fucking Bruce says, you know, back in my bachelor days and my pimping days, I used to talk like that. But Teddy, really? I mean, what's that fucking shit smell like? I mean, come on now.
What? Oh, nothing.
Teddy says, listen, I've yet to consummate the marriage, but you better believe that tonight I'm gonna make Crystal holla. You know what I'm saying? The boys say, yeah! They start dapping up.
So now it's time for the AutoZone smack of the 2 weeks ago. Rey Mysterio.
Get in now.
Rey Mysterio's beaten Chavo in an I Quit match.
Dude, Rey Mysterio hasn't been on this show in so long.
No, he's been on the show. He just hasn't talked. Leave him alone.
That's weird. He's probably talked on the show.
No, he's gonna get
Ladies
interviewed.
and
This is-
gentlemen,
Oh my.
Rey Mysterio. Yeah! Come on.
He I guess this because of the stage setup, he doesn't jump out the sky or from the ground or anything.
This comes out very
underground.
nicely.
He just, yeah, dude, he doesn't even come out like at the right time of the song. He just walks out and, hey, oh, fuck, all right, cool. Ray daps up a guy in the front row with a sports jersey on. I don't know if he knew him, but he had a million WWE title replicas on.
Yeah, he said, shout out Bill Belichick. That's what he said.
Oh my, dude, that's fucking awesome. Or not.
Yeah, maybe not.
We like him or hate him. I don't know.
Cole welcomes him back to SmackDown. He was on a couple weeks ago. He says,
it's nice to see you again, buddy.
Dude, Cole even runs down. He says, you come back, you win your match at SummerSlam, then a couple weeks ago, you take out your rival Chavo. It sounds, and then Sunday, you were in the ring with Great Khali and Batista. It sounds like he's been back for a fucking minute.
Yeah, he's like an active
though.
part of the main event scene.
He's never talked. He's talking for the first time ever.
Ray says it feels good to come back and be back in the ring with my, be back with my SmackDown fans.
That is a crazy line, by the way.
Dude,
my SmackDown fans.
It feels good to be back in the ring with my SmackDown fans. What the fuck?
He was here 2 weeks ago.
SmackDown.
He was probably here last week, too.
Bill Belichick.
Woo, or yeah. It says, since I came back, it's been great. I had my first title shot. I came this close, but, what can I do? Congratulations to Batista. I'm honored to say that Dave's my friend. And then just all of a sudden, yeah! So what are we fucking so excited for?
Because you call him Batista, he calls him Dave. You're not the same. Yeah, it's
Bautista with a U. Cole says Chavo Guerrero in an I Quit match tried to end your career. Then 2 weeks ago, you made Chavo say I quit. And do you feel like you gained some revenge? And Ray says, no, I don't think it's revenge. I would call it redemption. And then JBL at the commentary table now has a live mic. And he's just yelling, redemption! I never seen a bigger love fest in my life! And Cole says, John, I'm conducting this interview, please. John!
Oh, this reminds me of 𝗀𝗃 𝗧𝗧 and Brett Sawyer on WWE Saturday Night.
Hell yeah, boys!
Ray says, no, hold on, Bradshaw.
John! Yeah, JBL says, you uncovered a war. You uncovered 3 presidential elections. You're throwing him softballs in his love fest like Larry King threw that anorexic tramp Paris Hilton. And Ray says, hey, come on, man, I'm lost. What? He legit says, I'm lost. What the fuck? What's going on here? JBL just rants this whole time. He says, I, on the other hand, will not ask you softball questions like Michael Cole will do. Well, Ray says, listen, what do you have to ask that I can't answer? And JBL says, you come out here and you SmackDown fans, you're 619. I love Batista. Look at you with your little Mexican tattoos. What the fuck?
Dude, JBL, this is all he does on SmackDown.
He just
goes after Mexican people. This is all he does on SmackDown for 4 years.
With your little Mexican tattoos, with your little Lucha Libre mask, paying homage to your hombres in the 619. Ray says, what the fuck?
Hey, fuck you. Hey, what the fuck? Bitch? I thought we did this already. Like, the fuck?
That's what he said. Is there something I missed here? JBL says, yeah, you're a disgrace to this country.
Fuck you.
And a disgrace to this show. And Ray looks at him and says, all right. He says, I don't think so, Bradshaw. I think you forgot I put you out. I retired your ass. All of a sudden, you forgot that? You don't remember the world title against retirement match? Oh. Yeah. You fucked that up? Yeah. Yeah, little Ray took you down and you retired. You want to go round number 2? You want to fight? I'll fight. They both start fucking G'ing up. JBL starts taking his jacket off.
This shit was awesome.
Yeah, I was like, we're about to throw down in the middle. JBL takes his jacket off, and JBL says, I've been waiting a year and a half for this. I said, oh, shit.
Yeah, I was like, oh, shit, so it's going to bleed.
So JBL starts fucking getting ready, and then he says, unfortunately, Ray, my contract as an announcer, I'm not allowed to beat up the superstars. I said, oh, shit, okay. He said, since you love to fight so much, I ran into somebody in the back earlier today, and it's funny that you would say that. Funny that he didn't say anything. You said it.
It's funny that I would say that for you.
Because that guy loves to fight. My name is Finley, and I love to fight. And, dude, fucking Finley comes out here not naked.
He's Watch out! Oh, wait, no, he's not. He's good.
So Finley gets in the ring. He's licking his lips, and JBL gives him the mic. And Finley goes to talk. I was like, oh, shit, I don't really remember Finley promos. Well, that's probably a good reason, because he just fucking thumps right in the head with the mic. And Michael Cole is super offended. Michael Cole says, oh, what did you do that
for? He says, this isn't a bar fight. I'm like, what? You hit him in there with a mic? The Teddy Long and Crystal are getting married, and they're having fantastic debauched sex tonight. Come on. So we also got the Raw rebound where they spend the next 20 fucking minutes talking about Raw.
Yeah, this is nuts. This is crazy. Yeah,
I don't want to talk about this because we're going to watch this
go over it.
eventually.
Okay, sure.
But it's the one where John Cena's dad gets fucked up by Randy Orton, who's a complete menace.
Yeah, so no, we shouldn't talk about this because this is funny as fuck, and I would like to talk about this on an actual episode.
So we go backstage.
That's immediately.
Yin Yang Twins and Maria, they're here.
Yeah, and also here, Jimmy Wang Yang. And he walks up and says, hey, I heard the Yang Twins were here. Who are you guys? And they say, we're the Yin Yang Twins. Who are you? And Jimmy Wang Yang says, oh, I'm Jimmy Wang Yang. I'm your boy. And he starts air humping. And he just leaves.
Wang Yang is a thing.
Carlito walks in. It looks like he's dressed for a funeral. He doesn't really say anything, but I imagine in his mind he's thinking that. Off screen, Parumba. I said, oh shit. Who can it be?
It's the Undertaker. He's back.
Here he is. He returned a week early. Oh wait, that's Chuck Palumbo.
Oh, Chuck Palumbo, sorry.
Chuck Palumbo pulls up on the motorcycle, and Maria is asking Chuck Palumbo questions like, are you excited for tonight? And Palumbo cannot. I didn't know this was Palumbo lore, where he can't actually talk. He speaks through his motorcycle revving up.
Is it like Morse code or something?
Yeah. Oh, are you excited? Are you gonna fucking get fired soon?
Oh my.
And then he fucking drives off, and the Yin Yang Twins say, turn it up, SmackDown.
Don't change that dial. that was Chuck Palumbo in her.
That was his motorcycle.
So now it's time for the Diva Search pre-tape.
Yeah, I mean, this is a hype video for the Diva Search 2007 Diva Search where they play beach volleyball, and there's some familiar faces. Taryn Terrell's in this. Eve Torres, I think, is in this.
Are you talking about all the familiar faces like J. Kim, Jessica,
Lena Yada? Fuck you, she was in there.
Lindy,
Naomi.
Yeah, they had all of them. Darren Brooke.
Yeah, they play
Lena.
beach volleyball, and then next week they do fucking limbo. How about you fucking do some rolls?
How about you do an international? Let me see what you got.
How about you hit the ropes?
Yeah, let me see you hit the ropes. Crisscross. You run into each other, you're all fired.
Drop down.
Yeah, so the beach volleyball, man, they got the blondes versus the brunettes.
Of course, and the blondes went up because that's just it.
Because, yeah. All right. Yeah. I thought there was some analysis there. So we go backstage. Crystal is back here with all her groomswomen.
That's not.
Is that not right?
No, I don't think so.
The groomswomen?
No,
sorry, I don't talk to women.
The bridesmaids, I believe, right?
I just watched 2005 Ring of Honor. I don't talk to women. So Crystal is back here with all her groomswomen, and she's getting ready for a wedding.
Yeah, Michelle McCool's back here. Vicky Guerrero.
Michelle McCool's looking for the Undertaker, Domino, or Chuck Palumbo.
Domino as well as shit.
Jagged Edge is also here.
Who the fuck is this?
It's supposed to be
Jagged Edge.
Yeah, this is Jagged Edge with their hit song "Making Love to Your Woman."
Fuck you, bitch! I'll fuck you.
Oh, this song "Let's Get
Have
Married."
sex
That's
with
their
me.
hit song.
That was
Tony. They play that song "Crazy" later. That's not that song.
Yeah, not that. For some reason, not that song at all. It's a hit off their new album coming up here.
So we go to Mark Henry versus Batista.
Dude, yeah, non-title because fuck that shitty belt.
Yeah, for real. Batista's out here. He's going nuts with the pyro. He's the guy.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, No Mercy brought to you by AT&T. Text WWE to 993 from your AT&T mobile phone. One guy in the crowd that could get service.
We'll dox you too. Text us and we'll dox you for free.
You can download a fucking 100 kilobyte picture of Crystal Marshall. It'll look very slowly.
I hated that.
So Batista is taking Henry off his feet. So Henry locks in that old nerve hold and we get to work.
Yeah, dude, got some squishers in the corner. Got some squishers for you.
Batista works out, hits a shoulder tackle off the second. Batista hits a spine buster. That's the move he beat the Great Khali with.
Holy fuck!
And speaking of, the Great Khali is here.
Yeah.
I'm making love to your woman.
Jagged Edge performed Great Khali.
Having sex at the wedding. Batista meets Khali on the ramp, and Batista starts kicking his fucking ass.
Yeah, and then he turns around. And he just he fucking auto targets Mark Henry and runs out after him and spears the shit out of him.
Video game style.
Yeah.
Great Khali then attacks Batista and throws him into the steps.
Golly job, motherfucker.
Magic is thrown out, of course, because why would anyone care about the main event? Who cares?
Damn it, man. I mean, fuck. Well, thank God it wasn't for the World Championship.
Yeah, oh my God, that would be bad. They never do DQ finishes for title matches.
Dude, hell no, man. And Mark Henry won't have a claim for another title shot or anything in the future or whatever. Fuck you, man.
So Great Khali steps in the ring and hits that Chono boot. Oh, yeah, man.
Dude, Chono boot, which is funny as fuck. And then Khali does a chokeslam pose wake up taunt, which leads to the 𝗁𝗍𝗵𝗵.
The grape squisher.
Yeah, dude, he squeezes the shit out of his head. And then
The ref's just looking at him, man. Help
the
him.
ref doesn't care at all for some reason, oddly enough.
What's he going to do? Do something.
He snapped to him, pulls pants down. I don't know.
He just rips the shit out of him.
And then Mark Henry invents the sweetest tag move with Khali. They should have ran with this for a fucking tag run. He has him in the Khali vice grip, and then Mark Henry lariats Batista out of it.
That's that Dr. Death ass Stan Hansen type
Hell
shit.
yeah. That was awesome.
This is a crazy main event scene.
Yeah, dude. I mean, fucking ratings were fucking not moving.
These are looking not great.
A steady downward trajectory.
Khali then hits the 1031, and we call it a day.
Mad respect for that call, by the way. There, I appreciate that very much.
Of course,
it is the fucking
that's
1031.
always for you, buddy. Yeah, that's always
bro.
for you.
It is the goddamn 1031. They call it the Khali bomb, which is wrong.
Khali don't even call it that.
Khali, oh, bro.
No, that's right.
So Khali fucking stands over Batista and raises his arms up and goes, and I guess he didn't know that, like, to stay there because he moves, and I'm pretty sure the ref starts fucking yelling at him to go back, and so he walks away, and then he walks back to Batista, stands over him, and goes, this is taped.
So Undertaker returns next week.
Holy shit, he's just like Jesus.
And here's Crystal, Marshall, and Teddy Rufus Long wedding town hall.
Oh my.
The true main event.
Yeah, so here we go. The wedding music starts to play. All the wedding shit is set up in the ring, and please welcome Reverend Bruce. Bruce comes out. Vince and Jonathan Coachman are out next, along with various members of the roster. And just looking at this
Cole
roster
says all
here,
the stars are here.
dude, he does say that shit. He definitely. I can't imagine that he was thinking it in a shitty way. He meant it. These are actual stars to him. But looking at this lineup here, I mean, how are you not watching TNA? I mean, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, I don't know. You got to be like legit 5 years old.
Which, I mean, a lot of people grew up in this era, so.
Yeah,
there could be,
and we give passes like that's like definitely
we do.
Like if you were like fucking 5, 6, 7, 8, like what the hell are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Like you just
don't know
You
any
have
better.
to watch
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. It's hard to give you a pass on liking SmackDown vs. Raw 08. I mean, that's still shitty game.
Yeah, I'll give you a pass on this though.
This is fine. You know what I mean? You didn't know any better. But your gamer's fucking skills. I mean,
you could have helped usher in a new era of wrestling, but it's cool. You watch this instead.
Yeah, with the likes of the following people. Elijah Burke was here, who was not doing too well at the time. Balls Mahoney, who is in his just usual gear with a tie on.
Yeah, oh, hell yeah.
CM Punk with no tie, but with hair. Fucking Extreme Expose with The Miz. We love The Miz. Cool. Cody Rhodes is here. I couldn't believe that. Kenny Dykstra looking just fucking insane. I don't know what he was doing there. The Highlander's still employed.
Ooh, not too much longer, though. You better hurry up.
Oh, that's fucking coming up here, isn't it? Tommy Dreamer with a big-ass fucking hat looking like just a pervert.
Yeah, that's right.
Trevor Murdoch with baseball cap, Sergeant Slaughter and IRS in wrestling gear.
Yeah, I don't know what their deal is.
Jim Duggan with 2x4 that has a bow tie on it, which popped me huge.
Awesome.
Hornswoggle is also here. He comes out from under the ring with a little chair.
That's the cruiserweight champion of the world.
He didn't have his title though, so I guess it didn't
fucking matter. What an asshole! What's wrong with this dude?
I don't know.
Where's your title?
Well, I said he had a little chair. That was a lie. It was a normal-sized chair with books for him to sit on. Vince is unhappy about this because he hates all of his family members, which is, just throughout his life true.
That's still true. Yeah.
True to this day. Come back from commercial break, and Theodore Rufus Long struts down the aisle. Big pop. JBL says Theodore Rufus Long has lived in Atlanta for the past 100 years.
He's doing the walk too with the arms.
With the arms. Theodore Long's fucking grandson or son walks down with Michelle McCool, And JBL says, "Oh, that's my future wife there. She should get ready to walk down that aisle." And Undertaker couldn't get back any fucking sooner to punish him for this.
𝗁𝗏𝗡𝗵𝗁 too, and Domino.
JBL blames 𝗁𝗏𝗡𝗵𝗁 for this for some reason. Domino. Oh, I should have brought this up when we were talking about fucking Domino earlier. Deuce is Sim Snuka. He is a Snuka son.
How is that possible?
You know who this is, James?
What was the gimmick?
Jimmy Snuka Jr.
Wait, what?
Jimmy Snuka Jr.
Yeah, it's Jimmy Snuka Jr.
is Deuce.
How the fuck is that possible?
He also is
This
the
can't
man.
be possible.
It is.
No.
He's also the man in Taker versus Shawn, where Taker does the dive and hits the cameraman
He
and
pulls
dies.
him in front of him?
That is Deuce, who is also Jimmy Snuka Jr.
Wow. And no one asked him where the bodies were that whole
No,
time
not
he was
one
there?
person. Not one person asked him where the bodies were, but maybe the bodies, James, are on the other side of the tracks.
Holy fucking shit. Get on the train, man.
Yeah, wow. So yeah, Butch Reed walks down with Tori Wilson. Ron Simmons walks down with Vicky Guerrero. Ron Simmons is the best man for this. JBL says, Ron was the best man at my last wedding. Why not? Wah.
He's had so many of them, huh? I get it.
Of course, yeah. He's going to have one with Michelle McCool.
No, he ain't.
Oh, shit.
No, he ain't.
Reverend Bruce says, all right. He says, everybody, here comes the bride. And it cuts to Val Venus with a big-ass creepy smile on his face. You weird freak. Get out of here. Dude, get out of here. And I guess go to TNA. Go to fucking TNA, I guess, man.
Not go to TNA.
I guess you're going to TNA.
Go to TNA, take Derek Graham couch with you. You can both go to TNA.
Don't put the towel on. Just
go to TNA and beat Christopher Daniels. Just beat him.
Oh,
That's
that's
leave.
a good idea, yeah.
That's just Daniels.
Just Daniels with the eye thing.
Just Daniels with face paint.
So Crystal walks down the aisle. Cole says Theodore Long is one of the luckiest men on the planet. And JBL says, you think?
Oh, my.
As he says this, Crystal Marshall trips down the stairs.
Dude, holy shit, man.
As she's climbing up the stairs, getting in the ring, rolls down the stairs. Teddy Long rushes out of the ring to help her up.
How come nobody helped her go up the steps?
Dude,
How?
she's laying like Peter Griffin style in front of Vince and Coach.
Vince is like, oh.
Vince just makes a funny face. He's like, what the fuck?
He said, that's funny. Okay. So yeah, fucking Teddy Long helps her get in the ring. Cole says, I'm a bit nervous. And JBS says, oh, does it remind you of when you were a bride? And Cole says, I was never a bride.
All right, damn.
John, fuck you, John.
Damn.
Reverend Bruce says, all right, that's okay. You just, you fell for your love. And says, brothers and sisters, we are gathered here today in the eyes of God to witness the holy union of Theodore and Crystal. And before we commence our ceremony, we shall share a gift that Theodore got for his lovely bride. His song, Let's Get Married, by Jagged Edge. And Jagged Edge are here. They're here on the stage, and they do a whole ass song.
Yeah, this is a long segment, man.
Well, Reverend Bruce is getting down in the ring here, and Jeff Hardy is high as hell, fucking dancing in his seat. Teddy Long keeps going on the mic and saying, I said I love you. I said I love you. Wave your hands, everybody.
Dude, it's like in between them singing, he was just ad-lib.
Yeah, we ain't getting no younger.
I love you. I said I love you.
We are getting no younger. The roster's waving their hands back and forth. Then Jagged Edge finishes the song, and then one of them at the very end says, out in store this Tuesday.
Yeah, he says it real quiet. Album's door. Good album.
Get out here, please. Bruce says, now it's time to join Theodore and Crystal in holy matrimony. And then fucking Jillian Hall's music hits, and I said, how is there layers to this fucking thing? I can't believe there's more to this. Somehow there's more to this after this as well. Jillian Hall comes out and says, hold on, I can't allow this. That fucking performance sucked, so I need to sing. And everyone is going, no, that's fine, don't do that, Jillian, you don't have to do that. Jillian starts singing an original, beautiful song. Dean Malenko is sitting there just fucking pissed. He's about to tap into Iceman mode and really go after her. Jillian is singing. Teddy Long is on the mic saying, this is my wedding, please. And then two of the girls, I think it's Candace and Mickey, maybe?
Mickey James, locks her in a chokehold.
Right,
dude, start choking her out and carry her to the back. She's kicking and screaming,
She's like, oh, Whopper.
Whopper.
This was Texas Chainsaw style, too. This shit was crazy looking.
Dude, yeah, they fucking goozle her and get the fuck out of there. Everyone's excited about this. Reverend Bruce says, praise Jesus. Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? He said, that was the worst thing I ever heard. Woo. And then he's interrupted again by Hornswoggle beating the shit out of Jonathan Coach when he's fucking slapping him in the back of the head and punching him in the side of the head. Balls
Bam
Mahoney
Margera
is...
style?
This is my dad, and I'm gonna kick his ass. All day today.
No, come on, Bam.
No. Knock it off.
What the fucking get here? Fucking Bam.
Gee,
Oh, come on, man. No, come on.
No. Yeah, Balls Mahoney's laughing at this. Vince eventually yells at Coach and Hornswoggle for doing this, and Hornswoggle slaps Coach in the back of the head to a big pop. The crowd chants Hornswoggle. Bruce gets back to it and says, "The Lord blesses this love." And now I ask you to both join hands. And before you state your vows and your love for each other, I would ask anyone here, does anyone not want Theodore and Crystal to join in holy matrimony? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Which of course leads to the entire crowd shouting they don't want this. It was the loudest they were all night. Fuck that! Don't fucking do that shit.
They seem fine. They seem like nice people.
Well, someone has an issue with this, James, and it's none other than the Godfather. Godfather's music hits, and Michael Cole, as clear as day, maybe the clearest I've ever heard him, yells, "Oh my!"
JBL, why you say, "Oh my"?
Why you say that shit? Godfather comes out with the hose. JBL says, "Chugga, choo choo." Godfather is here. The crowd didn't seem happy about this.
I don't give a fuck.
Surprised.
The hoes were holding it down.
They were holding it
The
down.
hoes were holding it down. I don't know what to tell you, man. That shit was awesome.
It's time once again for everybody to get on the hoe train. Of course.
Bruce was about to join the hoe train right then and
Everyone
there.
was.
Yeah. Hornswoggle was bricked up ringside.
So Godfather's here, and he says it's time once again everybody get on the hoe train. And Teddy Long says, "Hoe trains? This is my wedding. Come on, dog." And Godfather says, "Teddy, say it ain't so, man." Crystal, nothing against you, honey. You're a beautiful young lady. Crystal says, "Woman." And Godfather says, "All right."
All right,
woman. Yeah, that's cool.
Right.
Yeah. It says, Godfather says, you remember the good times me, you, and Ron used to have. And Teddy says, "Yeah, I remember those good times, but I love Crystal more than anything. And I know the fun we had over the years, but I don't know nothing more than I'd rather do than spend the rest of my life with this woman right here." Which
That's
is
beautiful.
Super fucking wholesome. Yeah, I mean, that's some real shit right there. He loves his woman. And Godfather says, "Well, listen here, man. I ain't mad at you, but we did not come all the way to the dirty South to go alone. So maybe someone else here want to take a ride on the hoe train." Fucking Farouk is ready to go. The best man. Godfather looks at Ron Simmons, and Ron Simmons ready to go. And Crystal says, "Ron Simmons!" And Teddy says, "Put your fucking hand down, man." And Ron Simmons says, "Damn!" Shockingly, I know. Godfather says, "Listen, man, I'm not leaving here. Anybody here want to take a ride?" The entire roster, at least the men in the roster, all stand up at ringside. They're all fired up. JBL is practically jumping over the announce table, how excited he is to get on the fucking hoe train. And Godfather says, "Well, how about we take one more ride on the hoe train?" They play Godfather's theme. Godfather, the hose, all of the roster, JBL on commentary, all leave.
What the fuck?
Val Venus stands up with Steven Richards and high fives him. Dude, I promise you those hoes are not for you.
They're not for you, dude. They do not
They're
want to fuck
never
with
for you. I promise you that, buddy.
The only people that stay are the women, Pat Patterson, who is forcing Gerald Briscoe to stay. Hornswoggle's there with Vince and Coach because they leave a second here. And Teddy says, "Listen, I think we need to get to the I do's now." Well, Bruce doesn't want to do that, I guess. He says, "Theodore and Crystal, please join hands and plead your consent to God." And Teddy says, he says his shit, cherish forward, richer or poor, and sickness and health, and until the rest of my life. And fucking Hornswoggle and Coach start fucking fighting again. Crystal starts saying her vows. Hornswoggle runs up from the floor, up the stairs, which is crazy style. He's like running like he's got a big ass shit in his pants. It's unbelievable, this fucking run he has here. He runs up, dives under Crystal's dress. She's screaming, "You little bastard!" Bloody murder, she screams here. Coach is chasing Hornswoggle around the ring, then up the entranceway. Vince then chases after the two of them. So the only people left now are Michael Cole and the women on the roster for this wedding. So Bruce says, "All right, Theodore, it's okay. I think it's a good idea. We should get to the I do's." Yeah, I'm fucking
Yeah, you
probably.
think? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's about that time. So Bruce says, "Crystal, do you take Theodore to be your husband?" And Crystal says, she takes a moment. I was like, oh shit, maybe she's going to say no. I want 𝗀𝗶𝗶𝗵𝘁.
Understandable.
Jimmy Snuka Jr. is on the roster. I do not know. But she takes a moment and then she says, I do. And Bruce says, Theodore, do you take Crystal to be your wife? And Teddy looks a bit concerned. I said, oh, is he about to go on the Hood train? Is that how this ends? He runs back with the Hood train? He looks concerned and he says, I. And he holds his chest and then he fucking falls face first onto the canvas and dies. He's dead. Teddy Long dies before he can say I do.
No!
No! She is crying and screaming so fucking loud. Teddy Long is face first, passed out on the ground, and then the medics immediately come out with gurney. They get in the ring, and of course, you know, the first thing you do is roll him over.
Roll him over. Oh, he does.
Of course.
Dude, I couldn't believe it. Was so him fucking collapsing was so fucking funny. He holds his chest and falls down right on his face. The medics are out there. They're checking on him. They open up his shirt. They check his pulse. I was hoping they were gonna fucking oxygen his eyes, but they
Yeah, me too.
sadly
No
don't.
rib, yeah.
They say he's having a heart attack. He's having a
Dude,
heart attack.
immediately they know. Yeah, heart attack right now. I know.
I can see this. His heart is bumping out of his chest, Acme style. This is crazy. Teddy's convulsing in the ring. Maria is sitting ringside confused. She's not really sure what's going on. They give Teddy Long an oxygen mask and he's fucked up. Crystal is screaming. And that is how the season premiere of SmackDown after the pay-per-view, after a world title match ends with Teddy Long potentially dying.
Yep, that's right. And I guess we'll never find out if he lived or died.
Sadly,
Until he shows up in DPW.
Yeah, I guess he has risen.
We'll
He
do all
walks
snake
again.
promo. Yeah. It's Teddy Long.
Well, Teddy's fucking dead, or he's not.
Or
He's
not. I guess
He's
you'll
not.
see on DPW.
Well, that is it for SmackDown.
Or maybe
September,
not, brother.
Maybe not, dude. Jimmy Snuka Jr. was on this show. That was it for SmackDown,
Oh,
September
yeah.
21st, 2007.
A town down. I mean, 𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗵.
That's real shit. That is real shit.
Wow.